Tom Holland delivered one of his best performances in an underrated Apple TV show. While Tom Holland undoubtedly did justice to his part, Leonardo DiCaprio was surprisingly being considered for the same role before him. It must be noted that Tom Holland did not replace Leonardo DiCaprio in the show in question. The original project just ended up evolving in a direction away from DiCaprio, giving Tom Holland to portray one of his most challenging characters. Tom Holland's acting career is primarily associated with his Spider-Man movies, and it is obvious why. A long line of acting credits in his portfolio include movies from the MCU in which he played Peter Parker/Spider-Man. However, beyond superhero flicks, Tom Holland has also delivered remarkable performances in standalone movies like The Devil All the Time and The Current War. Even on the small screen, Holland was incredible in Apple TV's The Crowded Room, which gave him the opportunity to tackle one of his most demanding roles. Before Tom Holland, Leonardo DiCaprio was going to be The Crowded Room's lead. The Crowded Room premiered on Apple TV in June 2023. However, long before it saw the light of day, the project was going in a completely different direction. The Daniel Keyes book, The Minds of Billy Milligan, that The Crowded Room draws from was initially supposed to get a movie adaptation. For a long time, Leonardo DiCaprio was being touted as the project's lead. However, like many movies, the project stayed in development hell for a very long time. Many sources, like CBS News, even revealed that DiCaprio was set to produce the project. Since The Crowded Room story is based on the real life of Billy Milligan, it would have given Leonardo DiCaprio the opportunity to play a deeply complex character with multiple distinct personalities. Time and again he has put his extraordinary range as an actor on full display. Owing to this, it would have been interesting to see how he would have portrayed the character on the big screen. Such a performance could have even potentially rivaled some of his most acclaimed works and paved the way for him to land another Oscar nomination. However, instead of becoming a movie, The Crowded Room eventually went in a completely different creative direction. Directors like Christopher Nolan and David Fincher were also initially rumored to be attached to the early movie project. Eventually, though, it went to Akiva Goldsman, who adapted the original book as an Apple TV series. In hindsight, it is hard not to see The Crowded Room as a massive what-if in Hollywood's history. The TV show struggled to leave its mark and only earned a 33% score on Rotten Tomatoes. If the movie project had happened with Leonardo DiCaprio as its lead, would it become a defining masterpiece? DiCaprio's great, but Tom Holland gave his career best performance in The Crowded Room. Despite The Crowded Room's critical failure, it is hard not to appreciate Tom Holland for how brilliantly he captures his character and his multiple personalities in the series. Since Holland is primarily known for his parts in mainstream franchises like Spider-Man and Uncharted, he has arguably not had the opportunity to put his range as an actor on display. The Crowded Room story might seem a little too convoluted and uneven, but it allows Tom Holland to truly shine as an actor. Holland completely immerses himself in each distinct personality of his character and almost becomes unrecognizable during the show's pivotal moments. Tom Holland later even reported that his role in The Crowded Room took a physical and mental toll on him, forcing him to take a break from acting, via Images.Dawn. He took an entire year off after starring in the Apple TV show and is not set to return in two of his most anticipated movies, Spider-Man, Brand New Day and Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.